Whoa, the trunk of the car is crammed full. Is this all jam from your mom's place?
I know, right? And yeah, it is.
Just how much jam did your mom give you?
Just a few jars. This is nothing compared to the jars we'll get from the main harvest.
Well, I can't wait to try them. Your family's jams are the nicest I've ever tasted.
Well, they are pretty famous in the area.
I feel like I've really lucked out. I'm the only one out of all my friends who get to have delicious homemade jam like this. All those other peasants have to just buy it from the grocery store.
Yeah, you should consider yourself lucky.
After going to your house last year during the main harvest season, it really does seem that the jam-making process is some kind of festival for your family.
Yeah, my grandma always did like to make a really big deal out of it.
Why was that?
Well, even when my oldest uncle had stage 4 cancer and nobody ever knew if he was going to last the night, my grandma kept herself busy by making jam.
Oh, she did?
Even when she herself was practically on her deathbed, she never stopped. It didn't matter if her son was about to die. It didn't matter if she herself was about to die. She absolutely had to go on making jam. She once made 1,000 jars of jam by herself in one day. It was kind of like her coping mechanism, I suppose. I guess continuing her legacy is my mom and aunts and uncles honoring that stubborn tenacity of hers.
Oh, wow. The whole family really is dedicated to making jam, huh? No wonder why your mom is eager to carry on the family tradition.
Yes, and since my mom is now the oldest of her 6 siblings since her older brother passed, she also felt it was her duty to keep it alive.
How many jars of jam did your family make during the main harvest season last year?
With the whole family working together, we made around 8,000 jars.
It's crazy how it can still be so tasty even when produced on such a large scale.
I think it's because we have a really good juice extractor to squeeze all the best bits out of the fruit.
A juice extractor?
Did you not see it last year?
I guess if I did, I didn't even register what it was.
It's cutting-edge technology, you know.
Wow, I didn't know.
That's how we're able to get everything done so fast.
Ah, I see. But it's still really hard on the older ladies in your family when producing jam on such a large scale.
No, it's not hard for anyone at all. On the contrary, everyone has a great time doing it. It's nice for the whole family to get together and have a communal activity to take part in.
Well, for me, coming in as an outsider and seeing it for the first time was a huge shock, to be honest.
It was a little harsh on you, wasn't it? I don't think the scale of the operation really dawns on people until they're actually doing it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die.
It's because you don't have any experience doing that kind of thing. Just look at the men in my family. They all have the art perfected down to a T.
They'll want me to come over and help again this year, won't they?
Yes, they will. Now that we're married and you're officially a part of the family, they'll be even more excited to welcome you into the fold. They also said that they would give us 200 jars for our trouble.
200 jars? How are we supposed to eat that all by ourselves?
They'll last us the whole year. That's the point.
Well, if that's the case, we should be paying your family for their efforts.
Of course we will. That's a given.
But is your mom still not at a loss? It always gets done at her house, and she's the one supplying the ingredients.
It's a rule that we should also give a stipend to my mom, since she is in charge of everything. So the ingredients are all covered by everyone and everything is done fairly.
It seems like your mom does a really good job of managing everything.
Yes, everyone is very happy to leave her in charge. In fact, even the little kids in the family get excited and ask when they'll be big enough to join in. They all think that Great Aunt Caroline is the coolest boss.
Wow, it really is a family festival. Enough of your family show up that you guys could be mistaken for the entire population of a small village.
Yes, it really is.
I'm so sorry about this, Lila.
Oh no, it's fine, Walter. Honestly.
I can't believe that the kitchen pipe burst like that all of a sudden. Dad, you know it's not that sudden. That thing was a ticking time bomb. Please just take this opportunity to have all the pipes in the house replaced. I know that it is a country house, but it's over 35 years old and quite outdated. Don't worry, that's what I'm planning on doing. But anyway, I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble, Lila.
There's no need to be so apologetic, darling. Since we spent so many years raising our son, it's only fair that he and his wife pay us back for our kindness every now and again.
Still, I feel bad because we're imposing on them without any prior notice. It's only natural that I should be apologizing to them.
You don't need to do it to this extent, though. We're only going to be here for 3 days, not 3 months.
It doesn't matter how long it's going to be for. An imposition is still an imposition.
Camilla, Walter, lunch is ready.
By the way, Lila.
Yes, Camilla?
Are those the only clothes you have to wear around the house?
Why? Don't you like them? I find them very comfortable.
You're a newlywed, so I was just thinking that you should make a little more of an effort to dress like one. Honey, that's enough. Stop picking at the poor girl. What's the problem? Style is everything. A woman is defined by how elegant she looks in her clothes. A new bride shouldn't be going round in a crinkled plain white t-shirt like that.
I see where you're coming from. But I also think that it's important for anyone, man or woman, to feel comfortable in their own clothes.
A woman needs to make an effort to look feminine, you see. Honey, you really need to stop. She's allowed to wear whatever she wants in the comfort of her own home. By the way, Lila, this stew smells divine. Well, I think the smell is a little too strong. You should be more considerate of the neighbors. This is an apartment building, not a detached house. Not all of them want to smell your cooking, you know. Well, it can't be avoided when lots of people live in the same space. So what if some of the neighbors catch a whiff of Lila's cooking? It smells lovely anyway. The taste is amazing as well. Do you like it, Dad? Lila's family makes their soup stocks from scratch at home, you know. Oh, really? That's pretty amazing.
Yes, my mom makes a new batch of stock every week.
Lila, I couldn't help but notice that you have so much jam around the house that you can't even fit it into your cupboards. Is that what you spent all of your money on? I can see all different kinds just sitting there on the counter.
Oh, no. This was made from scratch by some of my family members last Sunday.
Oh, your family makes it all from scratch?
Yes, we do.
Well, if it's as tasty as this soup stock, then your mom must be some kind of flavor genius.
Thank you for saying that.
She really is amazing to be so self-sufficient like this. Can we try some of the jam on some toast?
Yes, of course.
Oh, wow. This is fantastic. You should try some as well, honey. I suppose it is tasty, even though it isn't very well presented. This jam is a little too lumpy, if you ask me. It needs to be smoother in order to spread properly. How can you say that when you certainly would never bother to make anything from scratch like this? Anyway, the color of this jam is suspiciously bright. What on earth are you talking about? Well, this blueberry jam here is just too purple. Are you sure it's made from scratch and that your mom isn't just trying to take credit for some processed, shop-bought stuff?
No, I can assure you that all the fruits that go into these jams are hand-picked on my mom's farm.
Stop nitpicking and just take a bite. You just have to try and find fault with everything, don't you? Put aside your prejudice for 1 second and just enjoy the flavor. It's so fresh tasting. It's amazing. It takes me back to my childhood when my mom would take me out to pick fruit and we would make a jar or two ourselves. And then she would make a pie out of it as well. Well, I suppose it is quite nice. It really takes you back, doesn't it? It tastes like the countryside. You should have some more, honey. You've barely touched it. Okay, honey, you can stop with the jams now. You've tried a slice of toast with every single flavor now. They're just so tasty. I think I still haven't tried the apricot marmalade yet. Could I have another slice of toast, please, Lila?
Of course, Walter.
And could you bring me a different knife so I don't mix up the flavors?
Yes, give me your dirty knives and I'll put them in the dishwasher.
I'm eating so much toast and jam that I forgot about the actual lunch. Honey, you have to agree that this is way tastier than anything you can get at the grocery store. I have to say that I was never a huge fan of the healthy jams you always used to buy, Mom. They always just kind of tasted like watery Jell-O. Well, our family doesn't really have the means to make this kind of thing from scratch. And of course, then there's the storage space to worry about. I don't want to have the cupboards filled with nothing but jam, and then there's the price of the ingredients and the worry that you'll stain your clothes crushing up berries. Imagine how raspberries and blackberries could ruin a lovely white shirt. It would be a tragedy. So those are just a few of the many reasons why I've never done anything like make jam at home. Also, I wouldn't want to be squishing berries with my bare hands. It would ruin my manicure. There you go again. Nothing can ever harm your precious manicure.
And this is why I think that you and my mom's family are polar opposites to each other, Camilla. There are lots of us, and none of us are afraid of a little dirty work.
Mom, last year I went to Lila's mom's house to join in the jam making process, and it was so much fun. After making the jam, we had jars of homemade preserves, freshly baked bread, and a selection of local cheeses. All the family gathered to enjoy the feast. It felt just like a cozy harvest festival. Well, how many jars of jam does your family make in total, exactly?
Last year we made around 8,000 jars.
Oh my gosh! 8,000 jars! Oh wow. Do you really make as many as 8,000? What do you do with them all?
We make enough for every branch of the family to have a supply for the entire year.
So you take a share for yourselves as well?
Yes, of course. Everyone who helps out is entitled to a share of their own.
Ah, so the jam for the entire family is made at your mom's house?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, she is very accommodating.
Yes, she is.
I guess it really is a lot better than the stuff you buy in the grocery store.
Well, I was planning on going over tomorrow morning, so I can get a few jars for you so that you can take some with you when you go home tomorrow.
Well, that would be great.
I will personally make it for you.
Well, if you're going to make some, you might as well make one of every flavor. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, peach, and apricot, wasn't it?
You'd like one of everything?
Well, yes. You'll be making it anyway, so it's not going to hurt, is it?
Yes, of course.
So, this time it's the bathroom pipe. Is that right, Mom? Well, we figured that we might as well get it done as well. But Mom, I did say to get them all done at once, didn't I? Don't get them done one by one like this because it's going to be dragged out and tedious. Oh, I see how it is. You just don't want us here. Isn't that right? No, that's not it. Is it really that much of a bother to sit at the same table as your old parents? No, Mom, that's not it at all. Well, do you think I wanted to come over? But your dad was desperate to have more of Lila's family's homemade jam. There was no need to drop me in it like that. I mean, look at him now. He's gone straight over to the cupboard where he knows where they are. Well, it's just so tasty. I never really had anything else like it before. The whole thing is just done so well. Hey, Lila.
Yes, Camilla?
Shall I buy you some prettier clothes to wear around the house?
Excuse me?
Even though I commented on it last time, you don't seem to have made any efforts to make a change. A newlywed bride shouldn't be going around in a crinkled-up white t-shirt like that. A woman needs to make an effort to be feminine in order to look good. Please, can you just stop this now, honey? And what are you doing not bringing them out? Bringing what out? What do you think I'm talking about? The jams, of course. We haven't got any right now. When did you say your family were having their jam-making festival again?
This Saturday.
Then I'll come and pick up our share on Sunday evening then.
I'm sorry?
You said that you got your jams from your mom's house, right? I was thinking that you might as well bring some for us as well. I don't see why that's such a big deal for you. I had my high school reunion yesterday, you know, and my friends were telling me how their daughters-in-law are so good to them and basically do whatever they say.
Ah, I see.
You should have seen how my friends were full of compliments for their daughters-in-law.
Well, it sounds like they deserved it.
It made me start to feel very jealous, you see. I was so surprised to find out that there are still daughters-in-law around that adhere to traditional values.
Yes, that is nice.
It's easier said than done to follow traditional values in our modern age, though, honey. Well, yes, I know that. But from this year onwards, I don't want to just be jealous of other people's daughters-in-law. I want my daughter-in-law to be worth bragging about.
Worth bragging about?
Well, if my friends hear that my daughter-in-law made me this delicious jam from scratch, then I will definitely have something to brag about. Don't you think?
In that case, I'll bring you a case full of jams when we go on Saturday.
Oh my. Just one case full?
Yes.
Well, you said that you and your other relatives get a whole year's supply. Isn't that right? I think it's only fair that we get that too. I would say at least 300 jars will do the trick. One case has how many jars in it? 10? 20? That's not going to be enough. This husband of mine can finish 1 jar in a day. So 1 case is not going to cut it.
But 300 jars is quite a lot, you know.
Yes, I know.
Even if I'm helping, an extra 300 is going to be a bit of a big ask.
Let's just do it, honey. After all, your family is going to be making a load of jams. What difference will 300 more jars make? That's right. I bet you won't even notice the extra 300. I suppose I should start stocking up on bread as well. Oh, and English muffins. My husband loves spreading his jam on English muffins, you see. Honey, I think you'll find that it's you who likes to spread your jam on English muffins, not me. You like to toast them, wait for the butter to soak in, and then layer the jam on top. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I guess I must have been mistaken.
Oh, and by the way, Camilla, what about the money to go towards the process?
The money?
Yes, the money.
It's not like I asked you to make an extra 500 or 1,000, is it?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sure it doesn't cost that much to make.
But we need to buy the pectin and the sugar in bulk, and it adds up, especially when you're going for the quality stuff. There's also the cost of the labor and the cost around the machinery. Nobody in my family gets it for free, and I would be the shame of the family if it got out that I had just given a share of the jam to my in-laws for free.
Of course we wouldn't expect something like that for free, especially when so much hard work goes into it in the middle of winter. Well, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. Anyone can make jam if they put their mind to it.
Well, if that is the case, then what do you need my family to do it for at my mom's house? Why can't you just make a small batch for yourselves?
Well, would you listen to this? I really don't know why it's such a hardship when your entire family is going to be making the jam anyway. You can pick a few more fruits and make a few more jars, surely. And more than anything, I think that it's quite ridiculous to suggest that anyone should pay for their share when everyone is family here.
Well, we're going to put some money towards it too. And we're also going to go out into the fields to harvest the fruit, and we're going to make the jam ourselves. That's how it works with my family. You chip in financially and you also contribute to the work.
Well, I would understand if you asked distant cousins to pay, but you and I are basically mother and daughter. I'm very upset that you're asking this of me, to be honest.
Well, you and I may have a close relationship, but this is more about your relationship with my mom than your relationship with me. Please consider the fact that this is a lot of labor for her.
Well, it can't be that hard if she does it every year. And surely you can just include our share in yours.
So, I'm assuming you just want to get some jam this year, right?
Well, of course not. If you do it every year, it's only natural that we would be wanting to receive it every year.
So you're seriously asking for 300 jars of jam from my family every year for free?
Yes. Oh, and if they make jam at any other time of the year, I'd also appreciate it if you could bring us some of that as well. Were you really just planning on keeping it all for yourself? If something is tasty, you should share it with others, don't you agree? And who better to share with than your in-laws, who love you as if you were their own daughter?
But you've never once called us over saying that you made something tasty that you wanted to share with us.
Well, of course not. Do I look like someone who gets her hands dirty with preparing food? Some people are suited to cooking and others just aren't. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore. So just stop being stubborn and bring us the jam already.
But Camilla...
Hey, Lila, come here a second.
Camilla, I already told you that we would bring you the jams.
Well, it's just that thinking about it, I think it would be best for you to bring some jam to my husband's mother as well. Don't you think?
Sorry, what?
Well, she was always harping at me for not being good at cooking or anything like that. So it would be nice for her to get a taste of something homemade and exquisite like that jam. Of course I'm going to tell her that I made it and absolutely blow her socks off with it. You're obviously not to tell her that it was actually your family that made it, though. I just need you to supply it and I'll be the one to take it to her. Oh, just thinking about the look on her face is getting me all excited.
So you're asking for even more jars now? Is that it?
Yes, 100 more jars.
But Camilla, that's...
Actually, I don't quite like the idea of asking for 400. We might as well round it up and make it 500 jars. I'll share some of them with my friends so I can brag about you to them as well.
So are you going to chip some money in then?
Why do you keep bringing up money when you make a pretty decent salary? It's not like you need the money.
Well, it's not like you're short on money either, Camilla. And besides, the money isn't going to me. It's going to my mom. In fact, it's not even going to her. It's going towards paying for everything we need for the process. The whole idea is that nobody is more out of pocket than the other, and we all just have a nice time together.
Well, I feel like I'm entitled to just receive it for free. I don't want to hear any more arguments from you about this. So you had better prepare those 500 jars. And when you finish making the jam, don't go straight home. You should come directly to us instead and deliver our share. I don't think I'll be able to carry them if we have to take them from your place to the car.
So basically what you're saying is that you're going to sit there doing absolutely nothing and make us do all the work for you?
Why? Do you think that's unfair? That's just the way the world works, I'm afraid, my girl. If you don't like it, you try being the mother-in-law.
This is so unfair that I could scream. So basically, she said that she wants us to bring jam for her as well. So I said that I would do it even though I wasn't too happy about it. But then the icing on the cake is that she called me aside later in the evening to say that she wanted me to bring some for her mother-in-law as well.
Surely her mother-in-law can't eat that many jars of jam all by herself.
Well, she lives with Walter's older brother and his family, so I imagine she wanted to give some to them as well. She wants to pass it off as her own doing and gain their praise.
Oh, I see. That's how it is.
But that's not even all. She also wants some to take to her friends so that she can brag to them as well. So she went from wanting 300 jars to wanting 500 jars. She also declared that she had absolutely no intention of putting any money towards it either. I really can't stand her, you know. Honestly, she's so shameless.
However shameless she may be, it's still not good of you to gossip about her to me like this.
Seriously, Mom? Are you not mad about this?
Why would I get mad about something like this? Your mother-in-law can just come and do it with us so that she can have the full authentic experience and take her jam home with her at the end of the day.
You want her to come and help make the jam?
Yes, I think you should suggest it to her. Tell her that to fully be a part of our family tradition, she needs to come and help with the process in person.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious. She can stay and have a drink with us afterwards and have some bread and cheese. Tell her it will be just like going to a big party and get her to come.
Do you think she'll come?
Well, if she's going to tell her mother-in-law that she made the jam herself, then she might as well actually make the jam herself, don't you think? I'm sure she'll come round.
Why do you sound so mischievous, Mom?
I just can't wait to give our dear Camilla a precious memory she'll never forget. So you're saying that you want me to come with you to your mom's house and help make the jams?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
But why should I?
The pipework is ongoing at your place anyway, right? So it's not like you can relax at home. So why don't you come out and distract yourself with making the jam?
Well, I suppose.
And besides, if you're planning on taking the jam to your mother-in-law's house and taking credit for making it, you might as well make it so there's some truth in that, don't you think?
Even so, how can I possibly go to your mom's house?
Don't think of it as her demanding your help. Think of it as her inviting you to take part in an important family tradition. She'd love for you to stay around afterwards to have a few drinks and have some bread and cheese. She also makes a pie with some of the berries too, which is also amazing.
Well, that does sound quite nice.
Come on, Camilla. Come and join us. It will be great fun and you'll get a real taste of the countryside.
Did you say it was this weekend? It's all a little sudden and my husband isn't here.
Well, even if Walter can't join us, Trey and I will go with you.
Oh, okay then.
I'm so glad you agreed to join us. I'm sure you won't regret your decision. You already know how tasty the jam is, so I'm sure you're already very excited.
Well, I suppose it won't be that difficult if we're all working on it together.
Yes, of course.
But make sure you don't mention to my mother-in-law that I didn't make it all by myself.
Oh, of course I won't. And it will be true that you made it yourself, so there will be no need to say anything else.
Okay, I guess it's all settled then.
Yes, Camilla.
What on earth is this?
It's quite a sight, isn't it?
Are you really saying that we're going to be picking all of the fruits ourselves?
Yes, we are.
10,000 jars worth.
That's right. It will be a few more this year because you added to the regular amount. So I hope that's okay with you.
Then when do we actually make the jam?
Tomorrow?
Then what do we spend the whole of today doing?
It's going to take the whole day to pick all the fruit and store them.
You didn't tell me about this.
About what?
That the whole process takes 2 days.
Well, I thought you would have naturally assumed that was the case because logically, there's no way an operation on this scale could only take 1 day.
But I didn't bring a change of clothes. And I don't like sleeping away from home. If it's not my own bed, I can't get a good night's sleep.
Well, I know that's not true. Every time you had a problem with your pipes, you came to stay at our house and you didn't have any problems.
Well, that was special circumstances. And anyway, I didn't bring a change of clothes.
Well, you can consider today special circumstances as well.
Don't you worry about a change of clothes, Camilla. There are lots of clothes still there in Lila's wardrobe, but I'm sure some of them will fit you. I can't wear this.
Why can't you? What's wrong with it?
A woman should be all about style. Are you really telling me to wear this ridiculous fluffy hat? It looks like something only a peasant would wear. My perm is going to get crushed under this. Do you have any idea how expensive it is to maintain perfectly coiffed hair like mine? And don't even get me started on these pants. They make me look like a country bumpkin grandma.
You should just be happy that we had some more appropriate clothes for you to change into.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Working all day out in the fields and then washing the fruit with cold water requires you to wrap up warm, you know. Anyway, we're not quite going out into the fields yet, so you don't need to be wearing it right now if you really don't want to. And we're not getting you to wear it in order to punish you. It's so that you're able to stay warm while we're working in the cold.
Well, I'm going straight home after we've finished picking the fruit.
But Camilla, if you do that, then you won't be able to take any jam home with you.
At this point, I don't even care about the jam anymore. I'll just buy my own from the grocery store.
But what about your mother-in-law? Didn't you already make a big fuss saying that you'd be bringing her your homemade jams?
Oh, you're so annoying. You really know what to say to rile me up, don't you? Oh dear. What should we do? Is it bad? My younger siblings and I all seem to have hurt our backs.
This is why I told you that you shouldn't have been climbing up to the highest trees. It was inevitable that you were all going to fall off those ladders.
Well, you know what your aunts are like. They always want to get things done as quickly as possible. They weren't really thinking too much about the practicalities of things, as always. Oh, ouch, my back. My back. Oh, it really is killing me. Now, Caroline, I'm thinking maybe it would be best to put off the jam making until later when you've had time to rest and had a chance to have a doctor take a look at that back of yours. No. The fruit is all in perfect condition now. We don't want it to go bad and mean that all of our efforts were for nothing. So you're saying that everything needs to be done today and tomorrow? Is that correct? Who's going to do it all when you and your siblings have all thrown out your backs? You're right. I really don't know what to do now. We've successfully picked all the fruit. If we hadn't picked it, then it would have been fine to leave it. But now that we have, we absolutely must make the jams tomorrow. Then what are we supposed to do? Well, as you can see, my siblings and I are in such a state that if we do something else to our backs, we could be in big trouble. Well, I suppose you have no choice but to hire someone to do it all for you. You talk as if it's an easy thing to do, and that there are able-bodied workers walking around the street everywhere in this village. This is the countryside. The vast majority of people here are elderly. In fact, I'm one of the younger residents in this area. The rest of them would consider me able-bodied and ask me to help them out with physical tasks. I suppose you're right there. Then, what's your backup plan? Camilla, you do know that we're the family that didn't stop making jam even when my older brother was dying of cancer, right? Ah, yes. Lila did say something about her grandmother being very tenacious about that. Yes, that was my mom. She was very much a show must go on kind of person. And for her, there was no such thing as an excuse to stop. She would be turning in her grave if she knew that we canceled the whole process just because a few people hurt their backs. She would be even more furious to know that we had wasted so much fruit. I don't think I could live with the shame of letting the fruit go bad like this. It would be a great dishonor to the legacy she left behind. Camilla, you and I are hardly strangers. Our families are linked by marriage now. I would really appreciate it if you could lend a hand in this dire situation. I think the only solution to this problem is for you to step up and fill in for us. Oh, well, I said that I would help out as much as I could today, but I don't have the confidence to do a good job tomorrow as well. I've never tried doing any kind of physical labor like this before, you see. I'm not really suited for farm work. Not to mention the fact that I might die if I have to wear this outfit for a minute longer. You really like to keep calling this farm work, don't you? It's almost as if you enjoy looking down on us. I do? Yeah, you've been saying it quite a lot, actually, Mom. Will you just be quiet? You kept saying that this whole thing was just some lowly farm work and it surely can't be that hard. Don't you remember? I bet you want to eat your words now, huh? If you want all that jam for yourself, it looks like you're going to have to pull your weight, Mom.
Please just help us out, Camilla. It would be a shame to have everything go to waste. And of course you can take your fair share of jams when it's all finished.
Oh, goodness.
You need to be generous and open-hearted, just like the ideal daughter-in-law you were dreaming of.
Oh, I see how it is. Everybody just wants to watch me die today, don't they? Well, it looks like you're going to be in luck.
My mother-in-law, who held being stylish above everything else, worked in the fields for 2 days in what she called country bumpkin grandma pants, coupled with a huge knit sweater that swamped her figure in a big, fluffy Russian hat. The temperatures would sometimes drop to as low as 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and in that cold, I don't think anyone, even my fashion-conscious mother-in-law, cares how good they look. I did, however, remember to snap a few photos of her in her new outfit, as a little memento of the occasion. After I threw the whole "be generous like your ideal daughter-in-law" thing in her face, she seemed to feel backed into a corner and that she had no choice but to continue working across those 2 days. But she didn't do it without complaint. Every 5 minutes or so, I would hear her say something like,
"Oh, I'm going to die," or, "Oh, somebody please kill me already."
It became the background noise for the rest of the jam-making period. Some of the younger kids in the family who were watching on the sidelines even started to imitate her. My mom, who was watching the whole process while lying down on a thick blanket spread out on the yard, ended up giving a hard time to my overly dramatic mother-in-law. Despite the big song and dance they made about hurting their backs, when my mother-in-law wasn't looking, I noticed my mom and some of my aunts and uncles moving around like normal. It was a bit of a dirty trick, but after she was so entitled, and after all the belittling comments she made, I do think that my mother-in-law deserved it.
Oh, I'm going to die, Carolyn. Oh, somebody please kill me. Why on earth do I have to be the one doing this? Come on now, Camilla. That's enough of the whining. You're spending more time complaining than you are working. This just isn't good enough. Chop chop. We haven't got all day.
The whole process was finished by 9 p.m. on Sunday evening. My mother-in-law took off her hat and promptly collapsed right where she was when she knew she was finally finished. She did get to take the jams to her own mother-in-law and took credit for the whole thing, and she got the compliment she was so craving. Her mother-in-law wouldn't stop saying how tasty it was, and she said that until she died, she refused to eat any other kind of jam, and begged my mother-in-law to make her some more. So it looks like my mother-in-law is going to be back for next year's jam-making session, whether she likes it or not. I don't know if she thinks all the effort was worth it to get to take credit for it and brag to her husband's family, but just hope that she's not going to complain as much as she did this year. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.